Hi guys! Today I want to explain my slides I have prepared for you on the topic must and have to. That is the translation of the Italian dovere. In English we have two ways, two possibilities to translate dovere. Must and have to. They have a slight difference. One expresses a personal obligation or something that you think is right, something that we can say is internal, while have to means that there is an authority, someone who asks you to do something, for example, teachers or law or parents. School rules and so on. Or if you say you must work hard, it means that you have decided to work hard because you think it's right, because you have an objective, you have a goal you want to reach, and you have decided to work hard. So you must work hard. Must is a strong obligation. I must go to bed earlier means that you decide to go to bed because you know that it is good for you, and you say that I must go to bed if I want to feel better. You can also use must for deduction, but I don't want you to focus on that now. Have to, the same as must, expresses a strong obligation, but usually coming from an authority. I have to go to bed at 10 p.m. means that my parents probably want me to go to bed. And here we have another sentence. When her parents went out, they told her she has to look after her brother, prendersi cura, badare a suo fratello. Come vedete, la terza persona singolare, she has to, mantiene la S della terza persona singolare, quindi mentre must non fa differenza fra tutte le persone soggetto, i pronomi soggetto, have to ha anche la forma per la terza persona singolare. So when her parents went out, they told her she has to look after her brother. Qui vediamo che have to or has to, it depends on the subject, means that it's necessary. If you want to say that there is a prohibition, so here it's necessary, you can translate devi. Devi perché è necessario. It's necessary, so you can say you have to because it's something that is necessary. But if you want to say that it's something that non devi because it's a prohibition, you must use mustn't. Okay, must not, mustn't. And when you use the negative form of the verb have to, it has a completely different meaning because it means it is not necessary. You can choose, you can do what you want. In fact, when we want to express an external obligation, we can use have to in the positive sentence. But to express an external obligation, and we want to say that the negative in the negative sentence, you can't use have to in the negative sentence to express obligation. So you need to use you mustn't drink and drive. It's the law. Okay, qua you have to wear a seat belt when you drive. It's a law. It's always a law, But an obligation in a positive sentence is expressed by have to, and in a negative by mustn't, when you want to say that something is prohibited. Must is for personal obligation. You must buy some milk later. I have some guests coming over. Or you must go to bed earlier if you want to wake up fresh. I mustn't eat pizza. So here you can say that you can use must in the positive sentence, but also mustn't in the negative sentence. So must can be used both in positive and negative sentence, but only in the present tense. Don't have to means that you have no obligation or necessity. So no necessity nor obligation, so you can choose. I don't have to get to work till 11 a.m. tomorrow. My boss is away, so you can choose what time to go to work. Okay, we can say that in the present and affirmative, even if must and have to have a different, a slight difference, we can say that they are almost the same because both of them express the necessity that you must do it. It's Devi. You cannot choose. Okay? But in the negative form, mustn't is completely different from don't have to or doesn't have to, because mustn't means it's prohibited, it's not allowed it is important that you do not do something. The prohibition can be subjective or objective. So the example can be, in the army you mustn't go out after 9, or you mustn't drink wine. Don't have to, there is no obligation. You are not required to do something, especially if you don't want to. You don't have to drive, I can do it. So, we can say that they are the same, almost the same, in the positive and present tense, in affirmative sentence and present tense. So Devi is must, that means obligation, and have to, that means obligation. In the negative, non-Devi, mustn't means prohibition. You can see that it's different. Don't have to means it's not necessary, so it's different. Now, I want you to focus the attention here now, because must is always the same for all the subject pronoun. So also with she, he, it, you use always must without adding any s. For the negative sentence, you can use the contracted form of the negation and apostrophe T, and you see she mustn't go. Or you can also see must she go, but it's not very frequent, not very common. Remember that after must you have to put the base form of the verb without to, no to after must. Here you can see that we must call the affirmative sentences, we must call early. The negative, we mustn't call early, so it's a prohibition. Must we call early in the interrogative sentence, even if it is not very common. And the short answer here is yes, we must, or no, we mustn't, because must behaves just like an auxiliary. So when you say, are you tired? Yes, I am. Can you swim? Yes, I can, or no, I can't. So you repeat in the short answer only the auxiliary. Here, with have to, in the positive sentence you have he has to wear a uniform because it's a rule, it's something that the school wants to. He doesn't have to wear the uniform. Probably this is not a school where they want a uniform. So you can decide what to do or what to wear. In a question, so in the negative sentence, you need do or doesn't in this case, because he is a third singular person, to form the negative sentence. And to form the interrogative one, you need do or does at the beginning of the sentence. Does he have to wear a uniform? And in the short answer, you use yes, he does, or no, he doesn't, as in in normal sentences. When you have the auxiliary do, you have to repeat do. Do you like pizza? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Does he work hard? Yes, he does, or no, he doesn't. We can use must only at the present tense. We have only this tense for must. And when we need to use past tense of the verb, we just can use had to, because it's the past form, the simple past of the verb have to. So the past, io dovevo, I had to. The future, you also need have to, and you say I will have to. Remember not to use the past with must or the future with will and must, because it's a terrible mistake. Okay. That's the end of the lesson.